Hey everybody, what's up? This is Juan from Scuba with Juan, and we're gonna be talking today about briefings, right? And this is a message for mainly for scuba professionals out there who wanna be better in their briefings, or they wanna know a little other tricks, and also just to share my thoughts on briefings and how we can all make them better for students, right? There might be some wave sounds on the back, pardon me, and living the beach life. Also, big shout out to Dragon Dive Komodo. If you're diving at the Komodo National Park in Indonesia, you should try with these guys. They have the most beautiful hostel out there, and the staff is great. You're gonna love them. Go check them out if you're around Komodo. With that said, let's start. Briefings are, as scuba professionals, are like one of the basic things we need to learn. We actually learn it in the dive master training, but like any other skill in life, just a couple days of reading and practicing is not enough. And a good dive briefing is kind of an art. You need to combine your knowledge with the situation in which your students are, and also have a little bit of public speaking skills, right? In public speaking, is all about face expressions, hand gestures, hand movements, showing graphics, showing the maps, drawings, all this stuff, right? So make it interesting, make it dynamic, so people are all the time listening to you and not starting to think of the dive or talking to their dive buddy next to them, right? So that's when the first two rules come into play. Briefings come from the word brief, which comes from the word brevis, Latin, which means short. Okay, so rule number one, guys, make your briefings short, 5-7 minutes max. Otherwise, you're not telling us the important stuff, right? So stick to the point, make it short. And rule number two, make it interesting. Fun, I like the word a lot, and it's not a rule to make it fun. Maybe if you're technical diving or something, but it just makes it way more enjoyable, right? So make it fun by telling maybe a short story, making a little joke, or making a funny face, and that will just make people pay attention, and they want to pay attention to your briefing, which is what you want. So if you need to stick a little joke or something funny in order to just keep them listening to you, I think that's fair enough. That's a good skill. So be short, be fun, tell stories. Maybe if you're at a specific dive site with some people, maybe tell them that 3 days ago you saw a shark, or how cool visibility was the other day. And so, I don't know, just tell a little bit of your experience. That always gets us excited. And I think, well, those are three things that you can start with. Just make it fun, make it short, and make it interesting. And I think most importantly, when we're giving briefings, is not so much what to add, but what to take away from a briefing. So many times when we have the microphone, we just want to tell everybody all that we know about this dive site, or all that we know about this course, and how cool and smart we are. But to be honest, people don't care that much about you. They just want to go diving, they want to have fun, and they want to make it safe. So if they're listening to you before going for a dive, it's for you to tell them just what to expect from the dive, how to make it safe and fun, and that's it. Okay, so there's many things we are saying in our briefings that we don't need to say, and that's just making it longer and less interesting. So ask yourself, what can I remove from my briefing that will not affect my divers' safety? And you can remove all of that. Okay, for example, I will give a quick example that might be a little bit extreme for some of you, but a lot of times, again, it's not every single time. You need to be flexible with the briefings and the information you give, depending on the students you have in front and the situation. But a lot of the times, especially if it's in a really shallow area, really quiet place, and I have DSDs. Okay, when I have DSDs, I don't even mention the depth we're going to. Why? The reason is that some times mentioning that we're going 10 meters deep, 12 meters deep, might be a reason for some people to get nervous about it and just start overthinking stuff, right? So I just say, hey guys, we're going to this place. It's so much fun. There's so much life. It's gonna be really shallow. We're gonna stay together all the time. Let's have some fun. That's it, right? Now, if someone asks, then I will tell them. But I avoid it myself, and then if nobody asks, then I know we're going to 8-10 meters. I know it's gonna be safe. They don't really they don't really need to know that information, right? Or another one is the diver separation rule, right? This is a really big one because some people have told me that, yeah, safety is very important, yes. And of course, that's the main thing. But if you need to explain to your DSDs that they're going diving for the first time, what to do if they get separated from the group, then what is that saying about you as a leader and as a scuba instructor, right? So if you're taking some DSDs out there, they should at any moment need to worry about being alone. So I don't say that rule with my DSDs because I know I will keep them together all the time, and I will be watching them all the time. And if the conditions are too rough, some people say, oh, but what if there's some current and then in 1 second they can go away? Yeah, it's true. But then if the conditions are not good, then don't take them diving. And if you have 4 or 5 DSDs and you don't feel 5 for sure you need someone else. But if you have 4 DSDs, you don't feel confident, bring someone else with you, another professional. If you have 2 DSDs, trust me, you shouldn't have to say this rule, okay? So those are just a little bit of thoughts about briefings from my perspective. I would love to know what you think as a professional, maybe what tricks you have or what do you do to make your briefings better. But also, if there's people out there who have been diving just as recreational divers, maybe you're an open water diver, an advanced diver, I would love to know what makes briefing interesting for you and what makes it boring or scary, and just your overall thoughts on it. Come on guys, leave a comment below, let me know what you think, and see you next time.